Hello everyone and welcome to this little mod demo video for enemy spells on the occasion of the 1.0 release. The enemy spells mod adds a total of 22 enemy spells for the players to use. And I've sorted them into 3 spellbooks here for demonstration. The first spellbook are the relatively lower level vanilla spells. The second spellbook are the higher level vanilla spells, and the third spellbook are the LOA spells. The spells are part of the loot pool, so they can be dropped by enemies and also be found in shops. Let's have a look here. By the way, did you know that you don't need to open doors in Meren? You can just walk through them. This is veteran mode, by the way, so that's why the spells are so high level and we find a lot of enemy spells. Let's see if we can spot some. Here we already have the Spiral Freeze and the Lizard Lash. Here's the Spirit Zap, Comet Blast and Firefly Sting. And there are some more. Oh, by the way, I need to buy some mana potions. That should be sufficient. Let's go! The enemy spells mod was inspired by the Krug Shaman and Apprentice using Fireshot and Zap, and by the Droog Mages using Starburst. First spell is the Frost Shot, spell of the Brark Mage, for Nature Magic level 20. By the way, all of these spells progress for 20 levels, so if this spell is available from level 20, it will max out at level 40. The Frost Shot fires 3 projectiles, some of which sometimes miss the target. Ooh, a ring dropped. I can't not pick it up. And what is it? 1 to intelligence. Pshh! As if I needed that. Next spell is Ice Strangle, spell of the Ice Mage, for Nature Magic level 24. And this is what it looks like. Ice Strangle fires 5 projectiles, but most of them miss the target. And this is what it looks like when the enemy is standing right in front of you. Yeah, half as interesting. Hey, stupid forest troll, I'm trying to showcase the spell effect here. Get a bit away from me. Well, I'm afraid enemies coming up close will be a recurring theme in today's video. Next spell, Arc, spell of the Dark Caster, for Nature Magic level 32. Well, let me try to get a few more long-distance attacks. Alright, next spell, Spiral Freeze, spell of the Swamp Witch, for Nature Magic level 40. Ooh, a helmet with golden wings. I can't not pick it up. Next spell, Crimson Streak, spell of the Wraith Mage, for Combat Magic level 59. Crimson Streak fires 2 projectiles. Next spell, Searing Blast, spell of the Sand Mage, for combat magic level 62. Searing Blast deals fire damage, which is damage over time, and it is usually completely silent, except if something catches fire, when you hear that burning. And last spell in our first round is the Spirit Zap, spell of the Ghost, for combat magic level 70. This spell fires faster than other spells, so the damage and mana cost are balanced accordingly. Now to part 2, the higher level vanilla spells. The first one is Angst, spell of the Wraith Warlock, for combat magic level 75. And yeah, they are combat magic spells, all of them. Because fire spells and spells used by demonic creatures are combat magic spells. As you can see, at this level the spells are draining my mana considerably, even though this is a Dr. Death character. Next spell, Furnace Blast, first of 3 spells of the Kell, for combat magic level 75, all 3 of them. Kell spell number 2 is Scorching Jolt. Oh, get away from me, trolls, I need a little distance here. There you go, here you can see the effect. By the way, fun fact, the Kell shoots 4 lightnings from his left hand and only 3 lightnings from the right hand. And why is that so? Because let me tell you, Dungeon Siege code is a horrible mess of copy and paste. The third Kell spell is Comet Blast. Oh, a ring! What is it? It's one to nature magic skill. I hope it doesn't bias this demo. Next up is Firefly Sting, spell of the Lava Runner, for combat magic level 75. That's the one who fires 2 balls. And now Stinging Fire Zap, spell of the Lava Mage, for combat magic level 78. That's the one who fires one ball. And now come the 3 spells of the Malgin Phantom. All of them are for combat magic level 79, so they progress up to level 99. The first one is the orange one, called Vindication. Now the Malgin Phantom spells are fun to use because they fire so fast. The purple one is called Sunset Rage. And last but not least, Sting Flurry, the green spell. The names of all these vanilla spells are taken from the Cybex guide, a sort of handbook for Dungeon Siege 1. And that concludes our vanilla spells, so let's move on to the LOA spells. Those are a bit more low level again. For LOA there is no Cybex guide, so these spell names are all completely made up by yours truly. I tried to find names just as cheesy as the vanilla ones. The first one is Feline Flash, spell of the Hazard Shaman, for nature magic level 19. This spell has a really cool detonation sound. Oh, shut up, Claw, I can't hear the spell effects. Here's how it sounds without a claw. Huh? Why does it sound differently now? Did I break something? Do you hear that bling sound? It makes no sense. Let me check real quick. Nope, that's alright. The spell really makes a completely different sound when it hits terrain instead of enemies. And why is that so? Because let me tell you, Dungeon Siege code is a horrible mess of copy and paste. Next one, Runic Twist, spell of the Runecaster, for combat magic level 34. Also for combat magic level 34 is Runic Strike, spell of the Rune Fiend. Runic Strike has no cast sound, just a hit sound. and the hit sound goes bling. My suspicion is that the bling sound is a kind of placeholder which they wanted to replace later on but didn't have the time. Next spell, Frazzle, spell of the Noctis, for combat magic level 35. This one is quite similar to the Spirit Sap spell of the Ghost, just in red. Like the Spirit Sap, the Frazzle has a quicker attack speed, so the attack damage and mana cost are balanced accordingly. Next spell, Lizard Lash, spell of the Zoroastrian for nature magic level 38. And yeah, it's not a coincidence that Feline Flash and Lizard Lash rhyme and are both alliterations. I'm a genius. This spell also has a really cool hit sound, I hope you can hear it. Oh wow, again it makes a bling sound when it hits terrain. Also the effect looks just like a red version of the Hazard spell. And why is that so? Because let me tell you, Dungeon Siege code is a horrible mess of copy and paste. Now here you can see and hear the real spell effect. It looks completely different, right? And sounds quite Zoroastrian somehow. And last but not least, Comet Blow, spell of the Slither Mage, for combat magic level 42. And those were all the spells. Now there's one more thing I want to show you, and that's the support for Imbued Spellbooks. LOA introduced Imbued Spellbooks that give certain bonuses for certain groups of spells. Now the problem is that these groups list each supported spell explicitly. So if some mod adds new custom spells, they are not recognized by the spellbooks, even though the mechanism would have allowed to use memberships as well. And that is fixed by a little mod called Extended Imbued Spellbook Support. It adds one membership name for each of these spell groups. And with that, custom spells can simply say in their memberships that they are part of the Nature Magic Spells group or of the Ice Spells group, and then they will be recognized by the various imbued spellbooks. So here, for example, you can see that the Fiery spellbook recognizes Searing Blast as a fire spell. Now why does enemy spells add these 22 spells and not others? Well, the question for me was which enemy attacks are actually mages casting spells as opposed to the attacks being inherent magical abilities of creatures. For example, it makes sense that the Droog Mage, which is a mage, uses a spell to attack you, and you later can use that spell yourself. The same should apply to, for example, the Brag Mage, I figured. On the other hand, take the Darkling for example. It shoots a homing spark at you, but is it a mage using a spell? To me it looks more like this is an inherent magical ability of this demonic creature. Also, I didn't add any attack spell of boss enemies like Gom, for example. I want to add them in later updates, but for the 1.0 I needed a finite and doable list of spells. So that's the Enemy Spells mod. Hope you like it. You can find it on Nexus Mods. Go check it out. Link is in the video description, of course. Thanks for watching and bye bye!